All right, we got Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 official PvE trailer. All right, so I think what I want to do is just let the trailer play and then go back and just start adding comments. All right, so here we go.
We kill it. We break the synaptic connection.
They'd scatter like rats.
And if you're wrong, if it's not there, I cannot afford to throw men after a hunch. Give me 2 squads. 3 Space Marines. That's all I can spare. Brief them immediately.
Approaching drone zone.
Talassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
Drop complete. Moving to objective.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay.
Lassa on the march to take that Hive Tyrant's head.
Maintain Vox reports.
Clear that wall-climbing scum!
Death to all Xenos!
Now we end this. I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
Bomb is in place, Command. We can make it! Keep going!
The lights will guide us, brothers.
Going to kill you soon enough, demon! Hold fast, brother! Withstand the heat and keep moving!
All right. Oh, pre-order now. Yeah. What's the dropkick codex is? Where's the comment? Remember, no pre-orders. Whatever. Okay. Let's go again.
We kill it. We break the synaptic connection.
Look at this scene, bro. So I am not really. I have never really I have known of Warhammer, like the whole universe of Warhammer. I've known of it, but I never was part of it because it felt too big. Because anytime I saw it, it was always references of it's like army version of D&D. And D&D to me back then was this weird concept of tabletop RPG and so there's all these figures you have to paint, you have to do this and that, and you have to create your own little figures and whatnot. And at the time, that sounded like a really expensive hobby to me, and I just simply was just put off because of the money investment thing. Because anytime I did see Warhammer 40K, it was always at there was some guy at a comic book shop just sitting on a table and just painting some stuff or whatever, and I'd ask him oh, what is that? He's like, oh, it's Warhammer 40K. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And we just started a conversation, and it sounded cool, and it sounded because when I saw the big chunky armor and whatnot, it reminded me of World of Warcraft, with all the big chunky clunky armor. And I was just like, is this part of the Warcraft universe? And he's like, no, it's it's its own thing. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then I didn't realize that there was a whole universe based around Warhammer 40K. So speed up to a couple years later, and I see the first game of Warhammer 40K Space Marine. And I think the whole shtick or the gimmick with that one was there was gun gameplay and there was melee gameplay. And on a controller, you could, I think it was hit the D-pad button, one of them, and it just seamlessly switched you from guns to sword. It's light attack, heavy attack. And if you think light attack, heavy attack is really simple and uninspiring, I would invite you to look at Monster Hunter. All right, because seemingly Monster Hunter combat and combos are very simple. But in actuality, they're actually very complex and well thought out. So hopefully, if this game continues with its, easily swappable, gun gameplay into melee gameplay, and they implement like light attack, medium attack, and like when you switch, you know, maybe you can utilize the shoulder buttons to like mess with your stances or combos and shit. I think Warhammer, like this game could be like kind of similar in the same vein gameplay wise as Monster Hunter Wilds. Because, you know, like in Monster Hunter, you have like the heavy bow gun or whatever, and then you'll have like your favorite melee weapon. So the seamless transition from range to melee, it's a good idea on paper. I just don't think it has been executed correctly. Because I think the main issue in like the first game was like the game, it was like kind of bland. Like there wasn't a lot of different types of combos. It like your little attack button was just like the same combo, or like you spam like a heavy attack or whatever. But if they do a little bit of like combat overhaul, this game could be like really good.
Connection.
They'd scatter like rats.
And if you're wrong, if it's not there, I cannot afford.
Like, and it's got like some cyberpunk fucking aspects. Like, look at this dude. He's got a fucking scouter right built into his dome ski. This is crazy. And like the whole thing, like I don't know anything about the lore of Warhammer. Like the armor is built from like the ashes of like their enemy or something. I'm not entirely sure. Like they have like 2 or 3 hearts, or every Space Marine does, and it's like these guys are like super duper Navy SEALs. They're like super duper Navy SEALs on steroids.
I cannot afford to throw men after a hunch. Give me 2 squads, 3 Space Marines. That's all I can spare. Brief them immediately.
And the whole 3 Space Marines thing with the triple co-op, this is very interesting to me. Because Monster Hunter has 4-player co-op. I don't think I've ever seen a game that has 3 like specific gameplay designed around 3 people. It's always like a variable number, anywhere from like 1 or 2 up to 4. And then 3 is just like that oddball number that no dev really wants to tackle. But if this game is peddling 3-player co-op, this is very interesting to me.
Approaching drop zone.
Talassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
Yeah, I don't know any of those studios.
Drop complete. Moving to objective.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay.
Lassa on the march to take that high tyrant's head.
Maintain Vox reports.
You know what kind of vibes I kind of get from this? What was that Star Wars? Was it Star Wars Space Commando game? Where like the main thing in that one was like you have really good like AI teammates and shit. I am kind of getting that vibe. Like you could potentially play this game by yourself, and maybe if you don't have anybody else, like you'll still have 2 Marines, but the AI will just be like really good. Yeah, and like I don't know what like rank this like Space Marine is. But I'm like the whole Spartan Centaurian thing is like freaking awesome.
Clear that wall climbing.
And what was that? It looked like there was like a melee assassinate button. Freaking crazy. I don't know like any of the enemies or anything. It just like looks like a good ass game. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like 3rd-person Doom.
Wall climbing scum.
Because like you have these like little hordes of enemies that are supposed to just act as like cannon fodder, and then all of a sudden you have this big unique enemy, and he's just sitting there trying to melee you to death. So this is kind of like where I get the Monster Hunter vibe. Like if enough animations and moves were put into like this one enemy, and you have like enough robust melee combat within the Space Marine, this could turn out to be like a very like enticing game. And then you have different weapons on top of it. Because like, what did you have? You had like a big chunky hammer. You had the sword.
Now we end.
You got like, I don't know, like I know this is like a chainsaw sword or whatever. This guy has like a reverse blade thing. He's like holding it backwards. I think that's the hammer right there. Or maybe there's only 3 melees. And these are like the only Space Marines you can choose from. And there's like combos with this thing. There's like specific combos with this thing, and then there's specific combos with the hammer. I think that would be really cool.
This.
Oh, wait a sec. 3-player co-op mode operations. So what is like the main story, like not 3-player co-op? And there's like these like little spec op things that you can do as 3-player.
I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
Or what the was that? What was that? Is this like a melee thing? I like that wasn't a chainsaw sword, that wasn't a hammer, that wasn't like the little backward sword. He's just like, maybe it's like an assassinate type of deal where like if you weaken the enemy enough, you can just run up and like glory kill it like in Doom or something like that.
Bomb is in place.
6 classes to play and upgrade. Oh my god, maybe there's 6 melee weapons to go along with it at least. That is actually really cool. It seems like they put a lot of like time and effort into like the core gameplay of it, which is very, very interesting.
Command.
Okay, like you have the guns, like I don't know, like I'm usually very picky with like the gunplay and shit, but I mean this like over the shoulder thing, this is fine. I don't remember if Space Marine has like that little ambidextrous button to where you can go like left side or right hand side. I think that's a pretty good like addition to most games. And the grappling hook, this is really cool. I think I really like additional movement in like sorts of games like this, and the grappling hook, which seems like essentially like a super ranged glory kill. This only adds to like, this only makes the game better to me.
We can make it. Keep going.
He just walked up behind and just sliced that fucking alien. Was that a laser sword? Bro, it's like you got a sword and a shield, and the sword's like a laser sword. That's badass. That is so cool. Oh, yeah. And, you know, okay, so what? Oh, this looks like a skill tree or something. Very cool. Bro, this is like fucking Wrath of the Lich King levels of talent tree. Like, go, or maybe like, what do you call it? Borderlands levels of, like, skill tree. Like, you got, like, some little side things right there. And it's like you can pick one from each row until you get, like, to the bottom one to where they're like, it's like, oh, this is like your capstone or whatever. That is really cool. And then you have, like, a loadout, select loadout. You got, like, 1, 2, 3. You got your standard issue, your side thing, and then your chain sword. Okay. That is very cool. The whole customization thing, I'm either hit or miss on customization in that this game will probably, I don't remember if the first game had microtransactions in it, but I am intrigued to, you know, like deck your Space Marine out with a bunch of like cool ass shit. There's nothing but skulls and shit everywhere, which I think is cool. Yeah, like look at this. What was that? Look at, was this gold or just yellow? I don't know. This seems like, eh. This one looks decent. All right. This looks badass. This like gold shoulder thing. What does that say? Imperium. That looks fucking sick. And I'm trying to see like the stuff on the side, like Bulwark with this gigantic skill tree. He's got a shield and standard issue power sword. Okay, what was it? Okay, you got like a combat knife, bolt sniper rifle, sniper. Okay.
The lights will
And look, he's like running right there. All right.
guide us, brothers.
Wait, how many weapons we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 weapons. Standard issue, mastercrafted, artificer, and relic. So what? Maybe you can like upgrade your weapons or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It's probably like version and perk tree. Okay. Rapid fire mid-range plasma weapon can be charged. And then you got like your stats right there. Okay, that's pretty cool. And you got like skins for the guns. All right, that's fair. In a game where you do have third person, I will say like cosmetics are a little bit more valuable.
Going to kill.
Yeah, that looks sick. That looks crazy. Like when the whole mohawk is like on the side. I don't know what to call it.
You soon enough, demon.
Oh, was that PvP? this does look like there's gonna be like some player versus player shit going on. So this is like the PvE trailer, like right up there, but like maybe this is like some PvP action. Could be interesting.
Hold fast, brother! Withstand the heat and keep moving!
Bro, this looks good. Not gonna lie, it just looks good. Okay, and then what do we got? You know, you got your editions of the game, Gold Edition, pre-order now. On all the consoles, there's a season pass, 4-day early unlock, degenerate status, and then you get Mac Rage's Chosen DLC. What the heck is this? It's just like a cosmetic thing. Hopefully it's just cosmetic and it's nothing else. The 4-day early unlock, degenerate, whatever. It's stupid. I disagree with it. But what does it even say? Like, did it even say a price anywhere? I don't think it said a price. Okay. Oh, gold. So we got standard edition, gold edition, ultra edition. Pre-order now with the season pass and the Ultramarine Champion pack and all that shit from the gold. So I don't know what Ultramarine Champion pack is. Hopefully it's not pay to win bullshit. I mean, it's a damn PvE game essentially. That part of it is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Game devs got to make money somehow. But you know, I disagree with this having like 3 versions of the game. It's stupid, but I mean, the game does look decent. Only time will tell to see if it's gonna be good or not. Oh. The game does look good. I like it. I am interested in it. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll wait for it. But knee-jerk reaction is it looks good. Not gonna lie. It looks solid. I would just need to see like some more PvE maybe to get me like more coaxed into like buying it like on day 1. But who knows? But yeah, it looks good. But that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.